look what we woke up to. This is a sunrise in the Northern Territory. It's beautiful, but we got straight on the bus. It took 3.5 hours to get there from Alice Springs, but totally worth the early start because look at this beautiful view we came into. We went around the national park to begin with, so we stopped on quite a few stops along the way. There you go, there's the big rock, there's the red rock. But we're coming back to that later because we're going to see it at sunset. So we stopped along quite a few different destinations along the way to see the whole tour was to experience the whole Aboriginal life and how they lived and how they sourced out water and what they did for shade and where they cooked and just every single everyday to-day life. And we also learned about the war kind of games as such they played. Not played, but like it was like a war off against different tribes and stuff like that to see who was more inferior or who would be like leader. And it was like, yeah, basically like a competition, but they called it like the war. So it was absolutely fascinating and we loved every single second of this. So yeah, check out a few of these rock formations that we went to and I'll tell you a bit more about them later.
It's lovely to have a breeze.
I cannot remember what this gorge is called.
Gorgeous. Oh, that's what you're called.
We also did visit a little type museum here as well, which we weren't allowed to photograph or film because it's private to their life. So basically it was there for you to learn and take in and not to share and exploit and blast all over social media pretty much, because this is their life and the majority of their life we actually still don't know. They only let us into a very small section of who they are as tribes and as people. So they basically tell tourists fairy tales / kid stories type things as we were going around, like about how this massive rock formation was a dragon god lizard, and if you pissed him off he'd come at you with some force and magical power, and then this other magical being. It was pretty fantasy-like, but each story had a teaching for them to learn and abide by in life. So it was absolutely fascinating. If you have never looked up the Aboriginal people in the Northern Territory of Australia, the original people who inhabited Australia, just FYI, go research them because it's very interesting and it's so fascinating to learn about all this. It was a bit weird, but it was also really fascinating. So yeah, go check that out. It was wicked.
So this tree is a sugar plum tree. Bush plum. Bush plum. Oh, sorry, my bad. Bush plum. And it has more vitamin C than orange, and it's this big, which is friggin' phenomenal.
Can't take you anywhere.
Oh, wow, that was quite loud actually. Do that again. So this is caused by water gaps for winter. Uluru.
They're falling a bit behind.
I'm trying to swat flies.
Oh, you're swatting the flies?
Lands on my nose.
You're not wax on, wax off. Yeah, I saw you.
At sunset was a whole different experience. We had a barbecue here as we watched it. This is a time lapse of a few hours as we were there watching the barbecue, the sunset, and it went down, and the ever-changing colours of this red rock was incredible. Like, just look at it. Just look at the changing as the sun disappears. It was absolutely beautiful, and we had as much Prosecco as we wanted, which was a bonus for us because we were so looking forward to just chilling at this magnificent view. Along each of the walks as well, you had little plaques telling you either a fact, a story, or something to help you understand the Aboriginal life and why they lived out here in the outback. So that was absolutely wonderful. We got to learn so much about that and the way of the life they lived, how they cooked things, how they provided stuff, what each rock meant. And there's also a rock along here called Skull Rock. You see a skull on the side of it. I think you've probably seen in a video previous, and it was absolutely fascinating. And this was a kitchen, which absolutely fascinated us. And you could even see the little places where they actually did grind all of their foods to make pastes and stuff for their cooking. It was absolutely so surreal. So yeah, it was such an educational day and an absolutely stunningly beautiful day to see this amazing place. And we so wish we had stayed here longer. But I'm going to bombard you now with all my professional shots, so check them out. And anyone who is thinking about going to Australia or just to visit, please do consider going to the Northern Territory, because it is something you will not forget. And it is so beautiful. It's the pure Australian culture just seeping through the Northern Territory. It's wonderful. So yeah, please do go there. Don't be afraid. Just go see it, man. Don't worry, we can't see shit either.